Stepney storms through. Stepney, the Bluebell engine, works on a line called the Bluebell Railway. It also had a narrow gauge railway where Rusty and the little engine work. In the summertime, Stepney thinks the forest and the bluebells in the field are beautiful. People waved at Stepney as he passed by. But in autumn, the railway looks very different. There are winds and rain, and sometimes there are bad storms. One rainy day, Stepney was taking on water when Mr. Griffith, the manager of the railway, came to see him. He had bad news. The machine at the coal mine in the hills are broken down. Mr. Percival needs coal for his little engines, he said. Stepney, you must collect coal from the main coaling plant and bring them back here. Then Rusty can take them to the little engines. Yes, sir, said Stepney. But please be careful, warned Mr. Griffin. There's a storm on the way, so take care. Don't worry, I will, said Stepney. Stepney arrived at the coal plant. He buffered up to the train of coal trucks. Then he set off on his journey back. As he was puffing along, the sky was eaten away by dark grey clouds. Then there was a flash of lightning and a roar of thunder. That means the storm is over us already, said his driver. And he was right. We'll have to be extremely cautious, agreed Stepney. But suddenly, earth and stones tumbled down the bank and blocked Stepney's track. Bother, cried Stepney. How are we going to get through? Then his driver saw an old track leading through the bushes. Maybe this track goes to the Bluebell Railway, he thought. Stepney wasn't sure, but he knew his friends needed the coal. I guess I'll try anything once, he puffed, as he chuffed down on the old track. Phew, puffed Stepney as he pushed his way through the bushes. No one has been down here for a long time. And he puffed on. Then Stepney saw buildings up ahead. I'm back on the Bluebell Railway, he tooted. But it wasn't. It was a shunting yard of an old logging station. Stepney had never been here before. He was so interesting, but he didn't look where he was going. Stepney ran over a branch and came off the track. No one was hurt. Oh dear, moaned Stepney. I'll never get the coal to the narrow gauge engines now. Don't worry, said his driver. There's an old engine shed over there. We'll find a telephone in there. So he and the fireman walked into the shed. As they did, a voice was heard. What are you doing here in our shed? Then Stepney's fireman came out and took some coal from the trucks. Stepney was puzzled. I wonder what's going on in there, he thought. Finally, the shed door was open. And to Stepney's surprise, out came a small pug tank engine pulling a small crane. Stepney, meet Bernard and Lisa, said his driver. "Hello," called Bernard. "Are you in trouble?" "Just a bit," replied Stepney. "Don't worry," said Lisa. "I'll have you back on the tracks in no time." In no time, Stepney was back on the track. "Thank you for helping me," said Stepney. "But what were you two doing in the shed?" "Me and Lisa used to work on the Harvard branch of the mainland," replied Bernard. "Until it was closed down and our controller was going to send us for scrap," added Lisa. "So we ran away and nobody bothered to help us." Stepney felt sorry for Bernard and Lisa. Then he had an idea. "Why don't you come with me to my railway?" he wished. "My manager, Mr. Griffin, can help you." Bernard and Lisa weren't sure, but they agreed. So they coupled up to Stepney and they set off until they were on the right tracks. When Stepney, Bernard and Lisa finally arrived, Rusty, Mr. Griffin and the Fin Controller were waiting. "Well done, Stepney! You made it back," cheered Mr. Griffin. "But who is this engine and the crane?" added the Fin Controller. Stepney introduced them to Bernard and Lisa and told them everything about them. Mr. Griffin looked at them. Then he smiled. "Bernard, Lisa," he said, "we will mend you and give you new coats of paint." "You two are very lucky," said Rusty. "You've been saved by the Bluebell Railway." Bernard and Lisa were delighted. "Thank you, Stepney," they smiled. "We've got a feeling that this railway will be our new home." Stepney the Bluebell engine can only agree.